I came across a post on Instagram today, and I honestly wish I hadn't. Because once you read it, you can't unread it. The post talked about the reality many Afghan women are living today, and every sentence felt heavier than the last. Girls are barred from continuing their education beyond sixth grade. Forget university. Many aren't even allowed to dream that far. Women face severe restriction on work and public life. In many situations, they can't travel without a male guardian, which is also known as mehram. Women have been pushed out of places where people learn, grow, create, and belong. And then I read something that completely stopped me. Women are prohibited from speaking, singing, or otherwise being heard in public spaces. Just think about that for a second. Not being heard, not because you have nothing to say, not because your voice doesn't matter, but because you are a woman. Women have also been restricted from many public spaces, parks, sports facilities, places where people go to breathe, relax, laugh, and simply exist. There is no longer a minimum age for marriage. A child's eligibility for marriage can be linked to the onset of puberty. A literal child. And then I just sat there staring at my screen. How do you tell a little girl that her dreams should be smaller? That her future should be decided for her? That her voice should disappear before the world even gets a chance to hear it? And while reading all of this, I couldn't stop thinking, not about politics, not about social media. I kept thinking about the women behind these headlines. Girls who wanted to become doctors, teachers, writers, artists, girls who had dreams just like ours. And somewhere in the middle of all these thoughts, I remember the books that first introduced me to these realities: A Thousand Splendid Suns, As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. Books that shattered my heart, books that made me cry miserably. When I closed those books, I remember thinking, I can't believe people have to live like this. And I know this sounds very naive, but a part of me still believed that those were just stories. Stories inspired by reality, stories that belong to another place, another time. But the most heartbreaking realization is this: for millions of women, those stories never actually ended. They are still living them. Right now, in 2026, as I'm recording this, as you're watching this, and what's even more painful is realizing that reality may be far more worse than anything I read on those pages. Because books end, but these women don't get to close the covers. The chapter ends, but their day doesn't. I get to put the book back on my shelf, but they have to keep living it. Sometimes I sit here complaining about deadlines, bad days, not having enough time to read. And then I remember there are girls somewhere in the world who would give anything to sit in a classroom again. Not because they love school, not because they enjoy homework, but because education means possibility. It means a future that belongs to them. It means the freedom they decide who they want to become. An education, a voice, a choice. Things so many of us take for granted. Things they are still fighting for. And I think that's what hurts the most. Not that this happened years ago, but that it's happening now. At a time where women around the world are leading companies, conducting research, writing books, going to space, and changing the world. There are still women fighting for the right to learn, the right to speak, the right to be seen. And there's this quote that keeps coming back to me: just because you have freedom today does not mean you'll have it tomorrow. And maybe that's why this affects me so deeply. Because when we grow up with freedom, we start treating it like it's permanent, something guaranteed. But freedom is fragile. Like the freedom to study, the freedom to speak, the freedom to walk outside, the freedom to choose your future. For many of us, these things are so normal that we barely think about them until we see what life looks like when they're taken away. And before someone says, I'm talking about this for views, engagement, or attention, trust me, some things are bigger than social media. Some things deserve to be talked about even when they are uncomfortable, even when people would rather scroll past. Because silence has never helped anyone. I know one reel won't change the world. I know one voice isn't enough, but silence has never changed anything either. So the least we can do is refuse to look away, to keep talking about it, to keep listening, to keep reminding the world that these women also exist. Their stories matter, their voice also matter, and they deserve the same freedom, dignity, opportunities, and choices that every human being deserves. Because no woman should have to fight for the right to be heard, and no girl should fight for the right to dream. And maybe that's why I couldn't scroll past that post today. Because once you read it, you can't unread it. And once you know, looking away becomes a choice.